My name is Krista Baker. I am a freshman. I'm going to graduate in 2019, hopefully, and I'm a philosophy major.
Okay, I'm Kevin Smith. I'm a philosophy and accounting major, and I plan to graduate in 2019. Philosophy is like, I heard someone else describe it as a combination of logic and rhetoric, and I think that's a pretty good definition of it. It involves like a lot of critical thinking, and it's like looking at the world and asking questions about the questions, and it's like really getting down to the foundations that people really don't think about, but we try to.
It's almost all knowledge, and somebody will pick a side, even if they don't agree with it, just so they can get all of the information possible out of you and out of that side.
Well, one of the obvious answers is like they go on to graduate school and then they get their doctorate and they teach philosophy. Or another common route is to go on to law school and become a lawyer, just because a lot of the things that lawyers do, like reading and analyzing arguments, is a lot of what philosophers do.
You can basically do so many things. I was down in the philosophy hallway where all of the offices are, and it has a list of all of the different majors that philosophy kind of takes in, and also then what you can do with philosophy going out. Like, for example, I'm going to go to law school. So philosophy scores the best on the LSATs out of even pre-law.
There's not very many students, so you get like a lot of one-on-one time with the professors. That's really nice. And there's also like a diversity of opinions between the professors, which gets you like good contrast and whatever, and different points of view. So that's enjoyable.
Definitely what I think it's my all-time favorite thing is how closely I think that everybody is. It might be because the philosophy department is somewhat smaller than other departments, but I love all of the professors. They have your best interest at heart. They'll sit down with you whenever, wherever, and talk to you if you need help with something. I actually started off as a communications major, which I really liked, but I started doing some looking around for law school and preparation, and what a lot of people majored in college in order to prepare them for the LSATs, and then also just to prepare them for law school. And philosophy just ranked #1 in the LSAT.
When I was in high school, I had a history teacher who made us do like presentations on philosophers from the Enlightenment, and like I really got into my assignment, and ever since then I've just been really interested in the topic.
Philosophy Club has been one of my favorite things in college so far, period.
I've been involved in the philosophy club or whatever, so I go over to Old Crown on Wednesdays, and that's really good, interacting with the different students, and a lot of them are like upperclassmen, so it's nice to interact with people who have like more experience with the subject. And there's also some professors that go, and it's interesting to see their opinions on things.
Some of the professors go, some of the students go, and it just feels like a second family outside of, my family. So it's nice, it feels homey. You just get to relax and have a good time, and they're still your professors, but then it's almost like they become, more than just your professor when you get to go sit down and talk to them about anything and everything. If you have a question about class, they'll answer it, but at the same time, they don't, like, you can talk about something else with them. It doesn't always have to be about, philosophy, which I really enjoy, because I didn't think I was going to get that. I thought it was going to be, okay, come and see me on my office hours if you have any questions. And other than that, email me. So it's nice to get to know them as people.
One advice I would give is that you gotta make sure to read all of your assignments. Like, it's not like we're other classes where you can like skim over it or only read parts. Like, you have to like read it and take a very long time sometimes to understand the material. But if you don't understand the material, you're either gonna be lost in class, or when you have to write the paper, you're gonna be screwed. Yeah, and also coming to class is really important, just because sometimes the professors like introduce ideas that were in the material but you just didn't see, and that's really helpful.
I guess the advice I would give would be the advice that I would want to receive, and it's basically just don't be afraid. There's no major that's going to be 100% easy, and if there is, it's not the right major for you. So I would always just want to know head on, that this is going to be hard, but at the same time, this is going to make you stronger and smarter and better at whatever you want to do. And I feel like philosophy is that way.